handful of survivors, the world had been destroyed. Looking back on it, it had to be considered a bad parade.
Woops is brought to you by McDonald's, home of
Mark Braddock. That morning started off for me like any other. I was teaching English to my class of 6th graders at Jefferson Elementary. I was on my lunch break at the drive-through ATM when it happened. The Volvo proved even safer than advertised. Searched for other survivors, for any sign of life, but the devastation was complete. What had once been a city was now a barren, desert-like wasteland. I was in shock. I had no idea where I was or where I was headed. I just kept driving. And when I ran out of gas, I started walking. I'll never know how I made it to the top of that ridge, but I did. And the sight that greeted me was unexpected indeed. Where am I?
You've passed on, and this is heaven.
Really?
No, I'm putting you on. The world was destroyed, and we're the survivors.
Mr. Connors.
What?
No.
What is
this
that?
is not the time.
You're in a farmhouse. We don't know where exactly.
Are we really the only ones left?
We don't know. We all came here from different places, and it doesn't look good, but we are here, and we are safe. Oh, you're still weak. You were unconscious for several hours.
Why don't you get him something to eat?
Sure thing. Oh, how about some grilled chicken, a little Dijon mustard, some melted cheese? Would you like that?
Yeah.
So would I.
He's taking this well.
So, tell me, how did you survive the missiles?
I was in my Volvo.
Good car. Where are my manners? I'm Curtis Thorpe.
Mark Braddock.
I have a card here somewhere.
I'm Alice McConnell. I was at the Every Woman's bookstore when it happened. It's a little place I opened a few years ago after the divorce. I had just sold one of our Women of Congress calendars when I noticed that the cash register was out of tape. So I went down to the basement, which is where we keep the supplies, and that's how I made it. The basement had originally been built in the 60s as a bomb shelter.
That was very lucky.
Oh, if I had not run out of tape, I would have been behind the counter, crushed under a pile of gender-free dictionaries.
Well, she works in mysterious ways.
I was in the vault in my office.
Oh, you're a stock analyst.
You may have read the profile of me in Forbes last month. I'm the one who came up with the friendly hostile takeover.
Very impressive.
So you didn't happen to hear what the market closed at. The emergency broadcast system didn't mention it.
Mr. Thorpe, the market was vaporized.
Well, aren't we polypessimism? You think we never had a downturn before?
Mr. Thorpe, there is no more Wall Street. There is no more economy. That is all meaningless now.
Don't tell me meaningless. I had a $2.6 million home in Oakmont Park. I had a Mercedes and a Range Rover. I had a loving wife who did charity work and had liposuction once a year. And look, I still have my cellular phone. I'm sorry. I guess this end of the world thing threw me.
Come and get it.
Are you sure you can spare all this?
Actually, we're in pretty good shape on food. Whoever lived here was ready for an emergency. We have canned food, a fresh water well, and even an electric generator.
And a radio, which I managed to get working. Sounds like some of the eastern seaboard may have been spared.
Really?
No, just kidding.
Mr. Connors, you must stop that.
We haven't met. Jack Connors.
Mark Braddock.
So how'd you make it?
Volvo.
Yeah. Me, I was under the interstate when it happened.
That was lucky.
Oh, no, not really. I was living there.
Mr. Connors is a homeless person.
Why do you think he's so chipper? His life's taken a turn for the better.
Yeah, I was a carpenter for over 15 years. Well, the housing market took a tumble, and I got laid off. My unemployment ran out. Lost my home. Wife took off with the kids, and I wound up on the street.
You poor thing.
Oh, I never lost hope. I guess I've always been an optimistic guy. I look at a trash can, and I see it half full. It's just me.
There's someone else. My God, there's someone else.
Wait. Let's think a minute here. Do we really want to open that door?
Why not?
Because we don't know what's out there.
A human being is out there, Mr. Thorpe. What more do we need to know?
Listen, Miss Fonda. This isn't the same world it was yesterday. Survival is all that matters now.
It's an incredibly beautiful woman.
Really?
No, just kidding. I can't see a thing.
Tell me something. I'm the only black person here, aren't I? There are no others upstairs, out back. Lovely. Just lovely. Well, it goes along with the rest of the day.
Hi. I'm Alice McConnell. And as a member of another oppressed minority, women, I understand all too well how uncomfortable you must be feeling now, but please be assured that you are welcome here, O son of Africa.
You got a basement? Maybe there's some black people in the basement.
Hi, I'm Mark Braddock. And this is Jack Connors, Curtis Thorpe.
My name is Ross, Dr. Frederick Ross.
Oh, you're a doctor.
Pathologist. I was in the morgue when the missiles hit. It's 2 stories below ground. That's how I made it.
Did you come across anyone else?
Just one person in a car. I was on foot and tried to flag him down, but the bastard passed me by.
That night, I began writing my journal. I felt there should be a record. But more important, I had to try to find some meaning in what was happening. So many thoughts were running through my head. I thought how cautiously I'd led my life and how foolish that seemed now. I thought about my Volvo in Sweden. How strange that the people with the highest suicide rate would build the safest car. And of course, I thought about the strange group I now found myself part of, which led to the thought that haunted me most of all that night. Why us?
Dr. Ross, you may be interested to know that in my bookstore, I discount all works by authors of color during Black History Month.
Really? Yes. Well, that's awfully nice. Trade places with me.
Kind of strange, isn't it?
What is?
Well, that this farmhouse survived, that the fallout bypassed it, that none of us even knew it existed, and yet we all found our way here.
That is pretty weird.
Yes, it is.
Not necessarily. Random probability would dictate that some structures and people would survive. And the topography of this valley would account for the lack of radioactivity. We're out of sweet and low.
Or maybe,
Maybe what?
maybe we are here for a reason.
Oh, that's absurd.
What reason?
To start over. To create a new society. A just society.
I thought the society we had was pretty just. I had a mansion and a cellular phone.
And he lived under a highway.
I said pretty just. Come on, look around you. Could there be any group more ill-suited to the task of rebuilding society?
But that's probably what they said about the Founding Fathers. I mean, how many people thought they could succeed?
That's a fallacious analogy. The Founding Fathers were a close-knit group who shared similar backgrounds, education, philosophy, and even familiar ties. We, on the other hand, have absolutely nothing in common. And under normal circumstances, we'd never associate with one another. What about equal? We got any equal?
Mark, what do you think?
About building a new society? Well, I don't know. I'd like to believe that we're here for some purpose, that our lives are about something larger than ourselves.
That's what I'm talking about. Think of it. The five of us, together, creating a new world. The world we've always wanted. A world without war, without poverty. A world without discrimination, without...
Capital gains taxes?
Why not?
I'm in. That'll really give our economy a boost.
Frederick, will you join us?
The five of us building a better world? Without artificial sweetener?
No one said it would be easy.
Okay, I'm in.
To us.
Car buyers.
Our new society ran into problems from the very start. We had decided that our first act would be to plant wheat. We felt it was of practical as well as symbolic value. It was a regrettable choice.
Okay, we have a problem here.
What?
There are no instructions on this bag of seeds.
Oh, you're kidding.
Well, surely one of us knows something about gardening.
I can find my way out of a hedge maze.
Wait a minute. I carry a book in my store on feminist gardening.
What's feminist gardening?
I'm guessing no zucchini.
I once took a course in botany, and if I remember correctly, what we want to do here is make a hole in the ground, drop some seeds into it, and put some dirt on top of that.
Whoa, slow down, Doc. Some of us here are laymen.
Look, Jack, why don't you drive the tractor, make the furrows? Alice and I will drop the seeds in, and Frederick and Curtis can cover them over.
Excuse me, but I think it would make more sense if I were in charge of this operation. So you all go on, go about your business, and I'll stand to one side here and critique your work.
I don't want him in charge.
Somebody has to take command.
Then why not a woman? Gentlemen, let's start our new society by shattering the glass ceiling that for too long has kept women from positions of authority. No? Well, maybe the next apocalypse.
Maybe the best idea is not to have a leader.
Fair enough.
Fine with me.
Me too.
Agreed.
Okay, obviously we need a leader. Who's it going to be?
Well, I suppose I find Mark the least objectionable.
Well,
Oh, gee, I don't know what to say. Okay, back to the original plan. Jack, you're on the tractor. Alice, you and I will do the seeds. Curtis, Frederick, you cover them over.
Here we go!
Oh, wait. I just wanted to say something first.
Oh, no.
I just want to say that what we are really planting here today are the seeds of a new world. En realidad, lo que estamos sembrando ahora son las semillas de un mundo nuevo.
I tell you, if she starts with the sign language, I'm out of here.
May our harvest be a bountiful one. Ojalá que las cosechas sean abundantes. Jack, Huck.
Let the planting begin!
It was a long and difficult day, and by that evening, what little camaraderie existed among us was beginning to show signs of strain.
This corned beef hash is excellent. It's amazing when you consider how many years ago it expired. I'm just kidding.
That does it. I've had it with you. I've really had it.
Mr. Thorpe, you're upset, and it's understandable. You had an unfortunate experience out there today.
Unfortunate. I was dragged by my wrist behind a plow for 50 acres. That is more than unfortunate. That is the stuff punitive damages are made of.
Well, I'm sure things will go better tomorrow.
At the barn raising, I don't think so.
You know, I'm getting awfully tired of your complaining.
What are you saying?
You still don't get it, do you? You're not special anymore. Your money has no value here.
I don't have to listen to this. Where's the valet? I want my car. And while I'm waiting, let me tell you something. You have no right to talk to me that way.
And why is that?
Point one, you're not of my station.
Not of your station? What is that, code for the fact that I'm black?
No, that was point two.
Mr. Thorpe, as a lifetime member of the Rainbow Coalition, I object.
Would you please let me fight my own battles?
Hey, I think you're being a little rude to the woman.
No, it's okay. He's an African-American. He has a right to be rude.
You're all nuts.
You are nuts.
Nuts is not in the
A few days later, the inevitable happened. I found some more firewood out in the shed. Should come in handy during... What? What is it?
They're leaving.
What? What about our new society?
Look, we all did our best. This group just isn't working, and we've decided to go our separate ways.
There's no place else to go.
Frederick, won't you reconsider?
It's no good. I'm uncomfortable with you people. You're obviously uncomfortable with me. Never quite sure how to behave around a black man.
Oh, that's not true. Sorry. Or was that okay? Oh, my God, there's someone else.
It's an incredibly beautiful woman.
Jack, please.
No, I'm not kidding.
No, you are not kidding.
Wow.
Hubba, hubba. Where the hell that come from?
She's not that great.
There's something really weird going on out there. All the buildings are gone, and it's like everyone's left town.
There was a nuclear war.
Really?
You didn't know?
I haven't read the paper in a while. Ever, actually.
And why should you?
Depressing stuff.
Yeah, what's the point?
I thought you gentlemen were leaving.
Not this very minute.
Oh, no.
What is it, dear?
My hair.
Oh, we all have that. Yeah.
Oh, no, not that. I can color that. I mean how it's all so jumbly.
Oh, that's not you. The nuclear explosions disrupted the Earth's electromagnetic field, causing, among other things, flyaway hair.
Wow. Boy, we could have used someone like you at Antoine's. That's the salon where I work.
Oh, you're a hairdresser.
I wish. No, I'm just a manicurist. But I've also done some hand modeling.
I thought I recognized those lovely digits. Hi, I'm Curtis Thorpe.
Suzanne Skillman.
I'm Jack. This is Mark, Doc Ross, and... Geez, your name just went right out of my head.
What was that?
It came from outside.
Oh, hell. It's a giant spider.
It must be some sort of mutation, a result of the radioactivity.
You think? Oh, my God. Wait.
Let's get quick over here.
Alice, maybe you should wait inside.
No, I'm staying out here. I may be a woman, but I'm every bit.
Alice, watch out! Oh, hell. It got Alice.
Alice, are you okay?
I think so.
Jack, we got any more of that corned beef hash?
I think so. Why?
Get it, and that bottle of vinegar in the pantry. By mixing the acid in the vinegar with the nitrate in the corned beef, I may be able to make some sort of liquid tear gas.
That's great.
Yeah, but the problem is we gotta somehow get it into its face.
For what it's worth, I marched against pesticides.
The mop. We can dip the mop in the solution and then fling it into its face.
That would take one hell of a toss. No, it's impossible.
Maybe not. You see, I used to throw the javelin for the Harvard Business School.
Good. Where's the vinegar?
We're out.
I have some nail polish remover. Would that help?
It's acetate base. It just might.
Hang on, Alice.
Mark, I'm frightened.
Don't worry, we have a plan. How's it coming with that hash and nail polish remover?
Okay, we're ready. Now you gotta get it in the eyes or the mouth.
Right.
You only got one shot at this, so make it a good one.
I'll try.
Okay, now wait until it's looking this way. Now!
Take this, Yaley!
Bullseye!
You should have seen the look on your face when that thing grabbed you.
Frederick, you were great out there if you hadn't come up with that tear gas idea.
Oh, it wasn't that clever.
No, don't be modest. It was a master stroke.
Thanks.
I'd like to propose a toast. To the spider.
To the spider?
We were about to go our separate ways before he showed up. It was the spider that brought us together, that showed us that not only shouldn't we let our differences tear us apart, but it's those very differences, that diversity, that makes us strong.
Wow. Are you like the smartest guy in the whole world?
Actually, he might be.
To the spider.
Spider?
Spider.
And that's how it began. 6 of the unlikeliest people trying to build a new and better world. Can we succeed? Well, that'll depend on an even more fundamental question. Namely, can 6 very different people learn to live with one another? Humankind looks to us for the answer.
Well, that tears it. The last tube of toothpaste in the world, and somebody squeezes it from the middle.
Humankind may have to be patient.
Wednesday after 90210, Billy and Allison discover each other's most intimate secrets on an all-new Melrose Place. And Thursday after The Simpsons, Martin Lawrence sets up Kid of Kid and Play with The Date from Hell on Martin, followed by an all-new episode.
It was a day that began like any other, until that little nuclear misunderstanding. So now, there are only 6 of us. Somehow, each of us found our way to this farm. Now all we have to do is rebuild society.
Woops is brought to you by the foods you want, the service you deserve. That's what you want, that's what you get guaranteed at McDonald's today.
Hey, everybody, we did it. We searched for hours and we found the biggest and fullest Christmas tree in the forest.
Oh, it's really dead.
Hey, this is the best there was. There's not a single pine tree in this valley. We had to go clear over the ridge.
We could have used a birch or an elm, but Jack wouldn't hear of it.
I'm a traditionalist. There's just something about an evergreen that says Christmas.
No, turn it the other way. This side has a bald spot.
Well, every tree looks sparse before it's decorated. I'm sure once we get the lights and the tinsel and the ornaments on it, we'll all get into the Yuletide frame of mind.
Christmas has always been my favorite time of year. Even when I was living on the street, people were in such good moods. Oh, sure, passers-by would still kick you in the kidneys as you slept. But, you know, they didn't put as much force into it. If only that spirit could last the whole year round.
Christmas is a special season. Tree at Rockefeller Center, shopping on 5th Avenue, going into Saks, coming out weighted down with expensive gifts, kicking the nearest bum, then speeding off in my limo.
Wait a minute. Saks 49th Street entrance?
Yes, why? Oh, wait a minute. in a refrigerator box, wrapped in a urine-soaked blanket? That was you?
Yes!
Well, that's just too much.
Well, cider's ready, everybody.
Oh, great.
Mark, let's get a fire going, huh?
Sure thing.
Cheers, everybody.
This flue seems to be jammed.
Whoa! Good morning.
What the hell was that?
Oh, my God. I think it's another survivor. If in fact you are another survivor, give us a sign. Tap twice.
How many times?
Twice.
Twice if I am a survivor or if I'm not a survivor.
No, if you
Alice,
are
get out of the way. Oh!
Let me help you.
It's Santa!
I want a power drill and I want a water wheel. And
Who are you?
The name is Claus, but you can call me Santa.
Are you all right?
Oh, yeah. I'm Aces.
It seems that Santa could do with a little rest.
I'll help him upstairs.
Jack.
Come on, Santa.
You believe this nut? He really thinks he's Santa Claus.
Hey, what's this? Some kind of business card. It must have fallen out of his pocket. Kelly's Temporary Elves. Dependable, tiny, bonded.
So, Jack, how's our new friend?
Sleeping. I put him to bed. He conked right out.
What were you able to find out about him?
Apparently, Santa was flying around in his sleigh, and this was the first house he saw, so he decided to come down our chimney. And talk about rotten luck. The reindeer took off and left him.
Jack, this man is not Santa Claus.
Oh, yeah? Well, if he's not Santa, how do you explain the reindeer that are no longer here?
Wow!
Well, here's his pants. Let's go through his pockets and find out who this loon really is.
That's a good idea.
Can I help you with something?
Oh, Mr. Claus.
It's naughty to go through people's personal belongings.
Uh-oh, somebody's getting coal in their stocking.
Please understand, we are delighted you've decided to come here and stay with us, and we know that it's fun for you to pretend that you're Santa Claus, but you're among friends now, and you can tell us who you really are.
I'm Santa. He's not cracking. We may have to rough him up.
Okay, enough is enough. I demand to know who you really are. Curtis Thorpe is not about to be played for a fool.
You're Curtis Thorpe? It figures.
What's that supposed to mean?
I could tolerate your long, greedy wish list, but what got me was that P.S. Please accelerate deterioration of the ozone layer as I have cornered the market on sunblock.
Oh, my lord.
Oh, please. Look, if you're Santa, what did I ask for when I was 10? Help me out with your name? Shouldn't Santa know it? I see you when you're sleeping. I know when you're awake. But I'll be damned if I can put a name with a face. Frederick Ross. You wanted an adult cadaver and the original Broadway cast album of Kiss Me Kate. Sorry, I couldn't come through with a stiff, by the way. Federal regulations. That's okay. Santa?
Well, these could all just be educated guesses. Curtis is wearing a suit, and Frederick is obviously a doctor, but can you name one thing you may have once brought to, say, Alice McConnell?
Well, after her divorce, she very much wanted a stress-begone vibro-massager for the relief of facial tension.
Mark, what do you think?
Well, I think I know now why the lights dim every night around bedtime. Oh, and, I think he is Santa.
Okay, everybody, I'm making out lyric sheets so we can do some caroling at our Christmas party. Any favorites?
Yeah. What's the name of the song that goes, jingle bells, jingle bells?
Jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
And don't you worry, Mark. In making our song selection, I haven't forgotten you, our son of Israel. We will, of course, be musically commemorating the Festival of Lights, Hanukkah.
Fine. Whatever makes you happy.
Oh, Santa! We thought you'd be sleeping in this morning.
No, actually, I never went to bed. I tried, but I kept waking up with cold sweats. So about 4 o'clock, I went outside, started to walk around. Was hoping maybe I'd pass out from exhaustion. Nice place you got here. It's pretty. Oh. oh, I'm sorry. I am sorry. It's just that everything's kind of gray to me now. Oh, I'm bringing you all down. Oh, there you go. Oh, better.
Mark, go talk to Santa. Go on.
Santa, I just want you to know that if there's anything you want to talk about, I'm here to listen.
We all are.
Thanks. But I'm okay, basically.
It's the end of the world that's got you down, isn't it, Santa?
Oh, Santa, don't be ashamed. It wasn't easy for any of us.
Was it bad at the North Pole when the missiles hit?
Bad as any place else, I suppose. Lucky for me, I was up in the sleigh when it happened. Bringing a new bit for Dasher. I'm sure it was over fast for Mrs. Claus and the elves. What are you going to do? We don't make this world. We just do a short dance across the stage. Big finale, final bout, and then it's over. Hey, I'm going upstairs and take a sitz bath. Thanks, everybody.
Santa's hurting.
I have an idea. Let's move our Christmas celebration up to tomorrow. I think a big dose of Christmas cheer could probably do Santa a lot of good right now.
I don't know. Think we can top the sitz bath?
Okay, Santa, if you'd like to take your seat now.
Hey, you got any more of this eggnog? Because we may be running out in a couple hours.
Oh, okay, everybody, places, people. Okay, Santa, we have prepared a little musical surprise for you. We've worked very hard on it.
Huh? What?
Haven't you had enough eggnog, Santa?
I'm not driving.
Okay.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Yeah, great. This is fabulous. Great.
Jolly old Saint Nicholas, lean your ear this way. Don't you tell a single soul what I'm going to say.
You bet I won't tell. It'll be our little secret. Got your secret? I got my secret. Boy, do I have my secret.
Well, let's just keep going, shall we? But Santa, not only is it Christmas, it is the holiday season, which includes Hanukkah. Oh, Hanukkah, come light the menorah. We'll have a party. Let's all dance the hurrah. Now, Mark in the mother tongue.
Hanukkah, oi Hanukkah, Yantif Shana, Lustica, Freilika, this Shiksa is my sugar.
What has that got to do with anything? Those people don't know me from Adam.
Well, Santa, I know you're going to like this one. It's a sing-along.
Oh, God, the last thing I want to do.
The halls with boughs of holly.
Come on, Santa. You know the line.
No, really, I don't...
Santa.
Fa-la-la-la-la-la-la.
2 more.
La-la.
Tis the season to be jolly.
Fa-la-la-la-la-la-la-la.
Okay, Santa, now you sing the verse and we'll sing the fa-la-las, okay?
Don we now our gay apparel.
Fa-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la.
I killed Mrs. Claus and all the elves. I couldn't help it. I saw the missiles. I panicked. I made a beeline for the shelter. We had a shelter underneath the gingerbread house. I dove it, slammed the door behind me. I thought Mrs. Claus and the elves were already in there. But then I heard knocking. I was gonna let them in, but somehow I froze. I couldn't move. I panicked. And then the screams. The horrible screams. I hope to God that none of you ever have to hear an elf scream. What are you looking at me like that for? You have no right to judge. You can't say what you would have done if you were in my boots. Jackie, you know me. Jackie, I'm not a monster. I'm Santa Claus.
No, you're not. There is no Santa Claus. This is the worst Christmas ever.
A simple comparison.
I hate Santa. I hate him. I wish these eggs were his eyes.
Jack. Oh, Jack. I know you're hurt. I think we were all a little put off by Santa's confession. But, hey, the guy panicked. It's understandable.
Mark's right. Can any one of us say with certainty that we would have behaved any differently under the same circumstances? And let us not forget that this is the Christmas season, a time of goodwill and forgiveness.
And I wish this sausage was Santa's.
Jack!
Santa!
Morning.
Why aren't you wearing your suit?
Those days are gone for good. In fact, I'd appreciate it if you'd stop calling me Santa and begin referring to me by my new name, Clem.
Clem?
I hate you, Clem. I hate you, Clem.
No, Jack's right to hate me. I let him down. I let a lot of people down. Starting today, I'm just a simple farmer, like the rest of you good people.
Except we didn't kill the elves.
Clem, are you sure you know what you're doing? I mean, you've really thought this farming thing through?
Yeah, I'm ready to go out there and ho, ho, ho. Sorry. Old habits die hard.
Like elves.
Despite Santa's best intentions, he didn't take naturally to farming.
On, tractor! On, tractor!
So, Clem, how's it going?
Just about done.
Really? You got all those hay bales stacked already?
Oh, you wanted them stacked?
Santa clearly didn't have a knack for field work, so we decided to try him indoors, in the kitchen.
Well, I hope everyone's hungry. Red stripe or white?
Okay. I got the tinsel and the ornaments. Jack, why don't you come over and help decorate? The tree was your idea.
I don't want to. Christmas trees are stupid.
I'm sorry. I just don't think anything will be able to transform this charred conifer into a Christmas tree.
No, it's not burnt all that much. Watch how much difference an ornament can make.
Hey, Clem! Hey, no chores today. It's Christmas Eve.
Let's just drop the Clem thing. I'm not cut out for farm life. I mean, I'm no more a farmer than I am an electric bass player in some sort of jazz rock fusion group.
I still see traces of that depression.
So I'm going to say goodbye. Move on. Maybe there's another new beginning out there for an overweight, aging elf killer.
Isn't there anything we can say, anything we can do to stop you?
Nope.
Jack, aren't you going to say anything to Santa Claus before he leaves?
Okay.
Never come back ever, ever, ever.
No, Santa, I think you just locked it.
Yeah.
Lock it?
You gotta unlock it and then turn the doorknob. And
Turn what?
the doorknob.
Say
You
unlock it.
turn and then you pull to...
Pull it toward you. You have to unlock
You got to unlock the top lock now. Then you turn and pull.
You want me to help?
Santa, what are you doing?
What do you think?
My God, he doesn't know how to open a door.
Mrs. Claus! Mrs. Claus! Thimblefoot, Patches, Gordy!
Santa, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay, Santa. It's okay.
This all makes perfect sense. He's Santa Claus. He comes down chimneys. He hasn't used a door in hundreds of years. Oh, Santa. Don't you see? You didn't freeze out of fear. You just lacked the know-how.
Everything was coming at me. There was a deadbolt, and a chain, and a hinge. I think for a while there, I was even fiddling with the thermostat. I was a fish out of water. I'm a chimney man. I wanted to save them. If only I'd taken a course or something.
Santa?
Yes, Jackie.
It wasn't your fault. It's those darn doors. They're just too complicated. I forgive you, Santa. Only, can you forgive me for all the terrible things I said about you?
Well, Jackie, you know, I remember those things that you said because they all go down into Santa's magic list. And the last thing you said was, never, ever, ever, ever. Right? Mm-hmm.
I love you, Santa. I love you. This is going to be the best Christmas ever.
Well, I'm off. If there's even the slightest chance that there's anybody out there who needs Christmas, I'm going to be sure to bring it to them.
But Santa, how can you go without your reindeer? I thought they left you.
Well, you know, reindeer are a sensitive lot. I think they left me because the Christmas spirit left me. Now that it's back, I have a feeling they will be too. That's the gang! They sensed it.
Hey, wait a minute. I know this. This is from, 'twas the night before Christmas. Then laying a finger aside of his nose and giving a wink, up the chimney he rose.
Whoa. On Dasher, on Dancer, on Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donner and... Blitzen, sorry, Blitzen. Can't put a name with a face.
Well, he said he wanted to find some way to thank us, and I guess this is it. Look at those presents.
Thank you, Santa.
Let's all open our presents at the same time.
Well, I think Alice got a head start on all of us. Look like she's got a multi-head attachment for the stress-be-gone vibro massager for the relief of facial tension.
Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Alice! Oh, Merry Christmas!
Merry
Of In Living Color from the first season, followed by an all-new episode of the winter's hottest comedy, Down the Shore.